Hi everyone and Assalamu alaikum. Today we are showing you a recipe of pumpkin halwa, known as Petha Halwa in Punjabi. So here are the ingredients for this special recipe. I have one medium-sized pumpkin here that I've peeled and diced into cubes, and I'm going to boil this and mash this. 2 cups of semolina, 2 cups of soft brown sugar. You can use white sugar if you want to. 250 grams of butter, 200 grams of kala kand barfi. You can get this from most stores or from sweet shops. 1 cup of oil and 2 spoons of rice flour. I'm just putting the pumpkin into some hot water and boiling it until it goes soft. So I'm starting off with putting the karai, and I'm going to put the oil in first to heat up. I've just put 1 cup of oil in the karai to get heated up, and I'm adding the block of butter in so it melts with the oil. It might seem like a lot of oil and butter, but because we've got 2 cups of semolina, we need this because the semolina soaks up the oil, and we have to have more oil in so the semolina can brown and get cooked. So once all the butter is melted, I'm going to add the semolina in. Just waiting for the butter to melt. Most of the butter has melted now, so I'm adding the semolina in. I'm going to leave it for about 5 minutes on high, and then I will lower the flame. But while you have the flame high, you have to use the spoon constantly because you don't want it to burn or get stuck on the bottom. When the semolina is cooked, it has a sandy texture and a golden brown colour. I will show you, and also if you're standing there making it, you can have a really nice aroma of the semolina suji being cooked. So just a few minutes on high, and then I'm going to put the flame low so it can cook thoroughly. I've cooked this semolina for about 15-20 minutes, and I've put the flame on very low. This is how it should look, like a sandy brown colour, and you can see that it even feels sandy like the semolina is cooked. Now we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. First of all, I'm putting 2 spoons of rice flour. This is to make the semolina and the pumpkin texture a bit more sticky. So that's just 2 spoons of grinded rice. You can buy ground rice or just rice flour. So I've just added that. I'm just going to mash up the boiled pumpkin. It's soft now, so I'm mashing that up. In, I'm putting the 2 cups of brown sugar. And then the kala kand. I'm just giving it a good mix, and once it's dissolved, I'm going to add some water or milk. I'm just dissolving all the sugar and barfi into the semolina. Once it's dissolved, I'll add the milk. You can use milk or water, but because I want to get a richer taste, so I'm using milk. So most of the sugar and barfi have dissolved into the semolina now, so I'm going to add the milk. This is 2 cups of milk. So we're going to cook this on a high heat so all the semolina absorbs all the milk. I'm going to put the pumpkin at the end because we want a bit like flavour still left to the pumpkin. If I put it in first, it'll just go and start looking like just semolina. Adding the pumpkin in now, and then I'm going to leave it on a low flame to cook for 15-20 minutes. I didn't show this in the ingredients because I wanted to see what the colour turns out. I'm adding a little bit of orange food colour so it goes a bit darker. Now because this is 2 cups of semolina, I'm going to leave it on a low heat so it cooks nicely for about 15 minutes, and then I'll show you the texture. The semolina will be like a bit more sticky and oils will come up. So I'm going to leave it on a low heat for 15 minutes with the lid on. I've just took the lid off, and this is after 15 minutes, and you can see that it's doubled in size. That's because semolina always goes double in size, and on the sides you can see there's oil coming up. That's a sign that it's cooked, and you can see the texture, it's more like sticky now. So I'm going to serve it up now and just garnish it with some almonds. I don't want it more thicker because then it's going to go too hard. I think this texture is fine. So this is how it should look when it's finished. Nice smooth texture. I've just put some almonds on top. So if you feel like a different kind of dessert, try this pumpkin halwa.